Every country has their own signature breakfast dish, and these are a few of my favorites. We're starting in NYC for the classic deli sandwich, bacon, egg, and cheese. Then to Mexico for my ideal brunch order, Chilaquiles. Next up, Cilbir. This dish has been around since the 15th century. Lastly, ending with a bang, the full English. You're going to New York City, you're going to the deli, better order fast, bacon, egg, and cheese. All right. Cheat bacon. We all do this now. You don't have a big cleanup, so you just put your bacon on a sheet tray, cook it in the oven for about 15 minutes. When I was in New York eating bacon, egg, and cheese, I was intimidated by the fact that you go in and order really fast. Like, what do you have? Egg on a roll with cheese, bacon, please. Every bacon, egg, and cheese should be 2 eggs. See this? A little bacon grease, so I don't really have to oil my pan. Turn it up. If you're at home, rock your griddle in like 4.5. If you don't have a griddle, you can do this in a skillet. Kaiser roll. I got these at Walmart. The cool thing about Kaiser roll is that you can crust it and toast it on the outside, but you're always gonna get a soft center, and that's beautiful. Little buddy. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. Go in with your eggs and just spread it out. Like always in egg cookery, let it form before you start playing with it. Here's what you do. You put your cheese right here. Boom. What are we gonna do next? We're flipping that puppy. Kind of enclosing it. Look at that. I love a breakfast sandwich. I think they're very important to life. I also think handheld breakfast is like totally an American thing because we're always on the go because we're so busy. Let's wrap it. I like to do a little bend right there. Boom. This is the vibe right here. You got your earbuds in. You're like, thank you, chef. I was a ripper. I don't have time to wait. You unveil that first pretty bite. And you always have a hot egg. You know what I mean? Boom. Bacon, egg, and cheese. The Kaiser roll and its elegance, that toastiness, that creamy egg, that crispy bacon. This is one of the best sandwiches in the world. I'm gonna eat this whole thing and I'm gonna make some more for the crew. This is a quick and easy one. Next up, chilaquiles. The best brunch dish ever. Chilaquiles is fried chips dunked in delicious sauce with eggs, avocado, a little cotija cheese, and love. First, chiles. Remove your seeds. We have a guajillo. It's always the skinnier, longer ones that are fruitier, vibey, and an ancho. Big guy. What does he bring you? Smoketown. It's like hanging out with Clint Eastwood back in the day. I imagine he smelled real smoky. We're gonna get rid of the seeds, and then we're gonna soak him. Hot water, submerge, because we're gonna use this water later to make our sauce. Chilaquiles, chili water. People say this smells like tea. It doesn't. Let that sit. Let's cut our tortillas. Yellow corn tortillas. If you try this with flour tortillas, it ain't gonna be the same, man. No offense. I'm a corn tortilla guy. I don't like soft tacos. Flour tortillas are great for burritos only. Wedges, make them look like chips. What goes in the sauce base? Onion. You can do white or yellow. It's a rough chop because everything is getting charred. Roma tomatoes. Snip the tips, cut in half. A little bit of oil in the pan. Get it in there. Let's char our veg. Booyah, 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 booyah. Good. We'll salt and pepper it just for fun. Let that go. You could just burn that. Char black. You will get the most intense flavor. Once all these get charred, you're just gonna turn off the heat. That's what you should be looking for. Brown, caramelized, skin about to pop off. Very tasty. Okay, get your blender going. You want all that oil, you want everything in there. Chilies. Look at that. They're like fruit by the foot, peppers by the foot. Remember, they're not spicy. We're going for like a good pepper taste. We're going medium. You want it smooth as possible. All right, check it. Get you a bowl with a strainer. Go straight in. Smells like onions, garlic, everything that we put in there, but charred, so it smells like it's fire roasted almost. By straining it, we're making sure we don't get all those stringy dried pepper bits. This is what every good sauce base starts with, is straining a puree of something, because you're building the second level. Chilaquiles is often served with green sauces like the verde. A red's OG, man. If you add vinegar to this, and maybe even like steep it a little bit more, it basically would be like the taco sauce of the taco sauces. It'd be like Tapatio hot sauce. Where is this going, Sco? It's going right back in that pan. Look at that. Spatter, spatter, pa. We want to scrape all that char. You can call it fond off the bottom, because that's your flavor. You see what that did? It darkened it, am I right? Chili water. What's going on? That's what's going on. Let's leave some. We're gonna cook this down. We're gonna reduce it by half. Then I'll show you how to finish it off. Let's drop one chip in, see what happens. You fry them for about 2 minutes till they're perfectly golden and crispy. I don't like too brown. I got a little setup so I can pull them out and they sit on paper towel. Oh, these smell so good. Corn tortillas, you really gotta give them a shot. Make sure they take their time to like fry up. You don't need too much oil. I'm a shallow fry guy. All right, chips are done. Look at them. Crunchy boys and girls. Plate on a lined baking sheet. Soak up all that oil so you don't get more grease. Reduction. Why do we do that? Build more flavor. We're adding a beef bouillon cube. Crumble it up. Remember that last cup of chili tea that I saved? Go ahead and add that to it. Fold that sucker in, dude. That is for umami, basically. We're gonna add a little bit more heat to it, but I also want like a pure natural sauce. Chilaquiles, you don't want like a buttery sauce covering your fried chip. We're going for a little dunk. It's like splashing in a pool. Epazote or culantro, my friend. Culantro, stemage vibes, right? Epazote is more of like an oregano finish. You can find this at your local international grocery store. Steeping these herbs into sauces will heighten everything. And also the oils make it more of an oily sauce, so it'll cling to those fried chips because we all know we're missing more oil. Lay it in there. We're gonna squeeze a little bit of lime. All I seasoned with the charred vegetables. Now I'm just basically finishing my sauce. Before I plate up, we're gonna put this on low. This is the kind of stuff you wanna feed like bands. Like, what, you think Pearl Jam would eat this? Doubt it. They're not that cool anyway. Shout out to Eddie Vedder. We're gonna move this to the back. What do we gotta do next? Fry some eggies, because remember, we're talking breakfast. Breakfast equals eggies. A little olive oil. Medium-high skillet. We're not doing anything crazy. We're gonna drop any. Look at that guy. Egg cookery. Important step number 43. Heat management. How do you control that? On, off. Because if you adjust that, it's gonna mess up like the cookery of the white. You can steam it, you can put a lid over it, but to be honest with you, it's what we do in restaurants. We don't really steam. Remove your herbage. This beautiful sauce, give it a stir. Adjust your seasoning. I made a perfect one. I don't have to adjust anything. Just crushing life, dude. Watch this, don't go crazy. It's enough for one plate up. You want them coated. Toss them around. Isn't this cool? I love it. Look at that. Coat those puppies. You could easily like get a bowl and like add sauce to it and like toss it around. But I personally think when you add the tortillas to it, you're building up a thickener in the sauce a little bit too. So it's like a vibe. Look at that. This is insanity. Cotija. It's like culantro on there. Beautiful. Miyabi. Papi chulo. One egg. Look at that joker. Let's sauce up. Little pop. The sauce is crushed down. The epazote, the cilantro boosted everything up to make it taste so natural. Shout out to the Aztec queen who came up with chilaquiles. Because this is an insane dish. Next up, we're trying something new. We're going to Turkey. The dish is called çılbır. You've seen it on TikTok. If you can find Turkish yogurt, that's rad. If you can't, Greek yogurt will just work fine. Scoop it out. Let's go for the whole thing. I do this whenever I make yogurt parfaits in general. I always like stir up my yogurt so it's looser so I can plate my parfaits. Garlic first. Sure, you could grate it. I don't feel like it. That's just who I am. I have big hands. Me and graters just don't work. Fine mince. Get it down to where we can make a quick paste out of it. Mush that sucker. This dish has been around since the 15th century. I'm getting all the oils out of the garlic, which is really gonna like boost that fragrant in the yogurt. Let's go on with some parsley. It's like cilantro, like the stem for me has like all the power. Next up, one of my favorite herbs for sure is dill. Once again, we're stemming. I feel like this will give it a better bite and kind of, it makes me feel like it'll be more of like a savory dish if I give it more body and texture. It's like an R&B song. Your body and texture, girl. Make me feel sweaty. Next up, Zest Town. Like I said, I'm just building flavors. All right, a little squeezy. Let's get a little salt. Not a lot, because we all know some yogurts are already really salty. We're seasoning the yogurt, and we want it to sit at room temp. The one thing that's very cool about this dish is that it's beautiful. Fill up your pan. I do a nice brazier, size of a saute pan, a little bit deeper. Fill it up halfway with water. That's how we're poaching. To the right, little saute pan. What are we adding, chef? Butter. Kind of want to do 2 sticks. Am I going to? We'll see what happens. Let that get foamy. We're making a seasoned butter with Aleppo pepper. Aleppo pepper is kind of fruity, not so spicy, very intense floral essence to it. Citrusy, more soury. Table of fennel, and just swirl it. Sit that to the side. All right, how many people know how to poach an egg? Are you scared of poaching eggs? Don't be scared of poaching eggs. Some people strain them for a prettier circular egg. I don't do that. There's a lot of stuff I wasn't taught because I'm in my 40s. Here's where I learned. Put it in a container, room temp egg always. You throw in a cold egg into that water, what's it gonna do? It's gonna bring down the temperature. What's that gonna do? The egg yolk's gonna go and just stay right there. And the whites will be like, pinchy. I'm not boiling too crazy because I know it'll boil up. And I'm just dropping in, guys. I'm gonna crack another one because I'm gonna need 2 for this beautiful dish. Look at my guy, he's just dancing. Turn down the heat because egg cookery is all about heat control. Y'all know this already. What you can do in a rush, like if your family is like, we want eggs Benny now as soon as possible. You can like almost baste. To me, that's perfect. I know a lot of y'all like firm egg whites, but this is my ideal approach. It's gorgeous. Be careful, take them out. The smell of fennel, the smell of Aleppo pepper, this lemon zest is fire. Eggy. Let's drizzle some more butter on top. We got some Turkish bread. It's in it. Sesame seed vibe. This is party food. Look at that. Are you kidding me right now? Oh wow, that's honestly really good. The tanginess is gone from the Aleppo butter. Aleppo butter actually boosted up some heat. That's like a dressing. I never knew you could mix yolk and yogurt as a sauce. I mean, look at that. Dang, that's the most interesting thing I've eaten in a long time. The fennel's the key. It's a vibe. Apparently it's been a vibe since the 15th century. This was cute. Now it's time to go bigger. We're going to the UK, baby. Full English. Let's go, mate. First time I had a British, like proper English breakfast. She called it a fry-up. Shout out to the Carlos family. They showed me what's up. Streaky bacon. As soon as you hit that first sizzle, it's on now, buddy. Bangers. The main spice in here is kind of similar to a breakfast sausage. It's not so much sage, but it's more mace and nutmeg. I'm out a little fat because I'm about to throw down my sausages. Put it in the pan. It's all about timing. Bacon's going. By the time I flip that, I'll be turning over my first sausage. We can go ahead and start my baked beans though. Cobalt teal, one color I love in my paintings. I got it over here. I do many things. Call me Tay Diggs. The British baked beans, Heinz baked beans, is more of a tomato-y, looser sauce. It's where in American's baked beans, we're adding sugar, ketchup, mustard, and now ground beef. Hello? I'm gonna jazz these up a little bit by doing a little swizz of ketchup and a little hit of the HP. This is one of the best steak sauces ever. Good on burgies. Good on breakfast. Time to flip my bacon and my sausage. Bacon, done. What we're gonna do with every item, we're gonna keep it hot in the low oven. We're adding our shrooms. Pop the caps, go all the way in. Get it all in that bacon fat. Oh, that's beautiful, look at that. That's what you want. See all that water leaking out of the cremini mushies? Sausage done. This is a party, guys. Let's go ahead and drop these in. Proper sear. Don't touch them. If you want it to do anything, you could throw some olive oil on them, but I don't think we need it. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper to the tops. I want all that moisture out, but I still want a plump mushy. Let's get these mushies out of here. Nicole would call this a sheet tray breakfast. We're going for some blister here. Look at this one. We're gonna put these back, then I'll show you how we're gonna do the eggs. I'm putting water in. You want that sausage grease next to it. All that pork grease just capping into those eggies. You can baste it with pork fat or just hit it with that hot water. And it'll speed up your cook time. And voila, silky, poachy rafters. Ooh, this is fun. It's a gorgeous plate of food. Oh, this goes hard. The banger alone, that nutmeg matched with the bean that's not sweet. Umami from the mushies. Tangy poppy tomatoes. Is the char from the bacon fat too? Come on, dude. This is a good plate of food. This will put you to sleep or it's gonna get you ready for a good day. This is a good one. I'm gonna go sit down and eat this. Take care of your heads. I love you. I'm out.